Morning! Hi guys. Happy Monday. What is up? How was everybody's weekend? I hope it was good. I have to say, I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. My energy's a little low. I'm going through some stuff with my family. So if I look like my face has been swollen and puffy, it's because I've been crying for days. But I'll make it quick. My cousin, 52 years old, been battling cancer for 11 years. She went into hospice after Christmas, home hospice at my aunt's house. And she is in the last 48 hours stage. So it's been a very emotional weekend. Sometimes you cry those tears and you just can't stop crying. And those are those like deep depths, those deep soul cries. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, it's those cries that like come from somewhere else. Yeah, that's the kind of crying I've been doing. And I thought about like not coming on TikTok or social media. But you guys have to understand something. I've been in the social media world for several years, right? And this is my outlet. So I hope this comes out the right way, but like, this is healing for me. You understand, right? Like when I can sit here and talk to you guys and I get feedback from you and I get this sense of like camaraderie and community and connection, and it like heals the soul, you know? I'm going to give everybody some information today also. We're going to have real chats. But like a lot of times people think, they're creators, right? And yeah, we're creating content and, this is my passion. But I create content for you so that you can grow with me. I create content for you so that I can live my purpose and heal my soul. So I look at it like I come on live here and we shoot the shit, we talk about things, but I have to keep it real. Like I am a human being just like everybody else. Yes, I'm very soulful and yes, I'm very enlightened and all that, but I think that if more creators actually showed the rawness of their day-to-day life, that everybody else would benefit. So if you're just jumping on, I just wanted to give you that information. And thank you for keeping I ask that you just keep me in your prayers and keep my cousin in her prayers as she takes her next chapter. Now, one of the things that I live by, right, is that transition from life to death. As a spiritual creator, it's that area that nobody really wants to talk about, right? They don't want to talk about what happens when you die. So I kind of want to bring it to you guys because that's what's going on in my life right now. So what do you feel happens when you die? We're talking real deep shit here. Like, do you believe that your soul lives on? And I really want to know where you stand with life after death. Whatever religion you are, I love that we're all in the same space. Energies matter. Now, this is going to lead to manifesting. So you guys are like very lucky because this is a great tip. So religion, I believe, is extremely important. And I believe lead to the same space. All roads lead to the same space. Okay. So if all roads lead to spirituality, all roads, then does it really matter how we get there? Like, does it really freaking matter? I mean, if somebody wants to practice the faith and the religion of Judaism, Buddhism, Christianity, what does it matter? We all bleed the same. We all bleed the same. And at the end of the day, we're all going to the same place. You believe there's life after death because what I want to say to you is that we are an energetic soul. We are vibration that can never die. Matter can never die. Your energy is living in this house, this body, this house. But let me tell you, at the end of life, you transition into your next house. So as I sat there, and I'm going to get a little emotional right now, this is a trigger warning if someone has is dealing with loss or anything, this might be a little heavy for you. So yesterday I went to go see my cousin, and she is sitting in hospice at my aunt's house. And, my family's there. She's unconscious. Her breaths are like 6 breaths per minute. Everything is starting. And I sat by her bed, and she took a huge gasp, and she opened her eyes when I entered the room. And I know my cousin saw me. I know my cousin felt me. And I sat there, and I put my hands on her, and I put my head on her, and I laid on her, and the tears just came like a faucet. They just were going in my mask, like they were being caught like a puddle in my mask, which if you've ever cried in a mask, it's very difficult to do. Like, I've never had that experience. And I just sent her the Ho'oponopono prayer. And my sister's a nurse. My sister was there, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I'm going, Jessica, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And she's like, just breathe. And as I breathe in and breathe out, and I watched her fighting for her breaths, I sent the Ho'oponopono prayer. And if you don't know what this is, you need to look it up. And my sister is a nurse, and she said, when someone is passing, or someone has passed, you wish them these words: I love you, I thank you, and I forgive you. I love you, I thank you, and I forgive you. And you send them with love, because they're transitioning and they need to know that it's okay. So, I had my private words with her. I told her what I wanted to say. And I know my cousin heard me. But then I asked her, and this is a piece maybe that most people don't do. I asked her to take a piece of my heart with her. When someone passes, you say, oh, I feel empty, I feel a void. That void is because they took a piece of your heart. But here's the thing. It's not that you're less fulfilled. I want you to know that when they left, they're more fulfilled because they have a piece of your heart with them. Like, it gives me peace knowing that my cousin is going to transcend into her spiritual chapter, her journey, her soul's journey with a bit of Larissa. And if you're going through a difficult time, if you're experiencing this, or if you have experienced this, or if someone has passed, you can still offer this. There is this karmic exchange of energy, right? So if you have someone who's been passed for a year, I want you to go into meditation, and I want you to speak to them. And I want you to envision a piece of your energy, I love you, Sherry, is being placed in their soul. While I was there, it's funny because she opened her eyes, and she's been unconscious since like early Saturday morning. And my sister was like, figures. You walk in the room, because my family's like always like Larissa's presence is always known. And even Chels, thank you. Even my cousin who's in a conscious state reacted to my energy. I find that interesting because if we're energy, right? When I walked in that room, she reacted to me. Why? Because my energy is aligned. My energy is strong, but I'm saying that for you too, right? Hello, princess. If I can do this, you can do this too. I'm going to share another story with you guys about transition and death. And if it's a trigger for you guys, you may not want to listen. If you've just lost somebody, this might be too emotional for you right now. So, feel free to not stay, because this is an emotional topic, but a much needed topic. So my father passed away 8 years ago. He was battling cancer. Now, we knew it was bad, but we didn't think he was going to go as fast as he did. He died within 54 days of diagnosis. Now, my father, I had a trip planned to Croatia, and my sister had a trip, a cruise, and we were going to cancel. and he insisted that we go. Looking back, I think he sent us off because he knew he was going to be exiting and he couldn't do it with his girls there. He didn't want us to see that. So I was in Croatia. My sister was getting ready to board the cruise. And we got word that my father woke up in the middle of the night and he had an aneurysm and he was on life support. So this was 8 years ago. Make a long story short, my husband and I won't even tell you how we got home. We got home. But I remember thinking on that plane ride from Croatia, your dad passed 9 weeks ago. Okay, I want you to listen to this, all right? Please listen to this. And I'm going to hold space for all your loved ones. When my father died and I was on that plane, I didn't have a cell phone 8 years ago, right? You couldn't have the call in Europe or whatever. I just was sending my energy to my father. And I kept saying, Daddy, I'm coming. Daddy, wait for me. Daddy, wait for me. Please don't go, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. In my head, like with my children on my lap, they were babies. And I was just envisioning my father. And I was just energetically connecting to him, sending him love for 8 hours, 12 hours. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. You're such an amazing man. Thank you for all that you did. And I was just in this space. I got to New York. It was like 9:30. It was late. The hospital was closed. He was on life support and critical care. They waited for me. My family was waiting for me. I got to the hospital. The security guard took me up the elevator, and I literally came out of the elevator and I just collapsed. The tears, my uncle, my aunts, my sister were there. My father was unconscious. He was in a coma all day. And I started screaming, Daddy, where's my daddy? And my sister said, my father went into a full-on seizure. Now, he's on seizure meds, anti-seizure meds. So now here I am running to come into the room to see my father, and my father is having a fucking seizure. My sister puts her body on his to like calm him down. My mother runs out because she does not want me to see this. Okay, she doesn't want me to see this. So I'm embracing my mother, and I am crying, and I am crying. Now, my sister's a nurse for many years. She said she looked over at my father and there was tears coming down his face to the point where she had to get a tissue to wipe his tears. My sister did not tell me this until 3 months after my father passed because she didn't think I could handle it. But when I think about my energy, he felt it. He responded to it. Think about that. He waited for me. And his body, his soul, in a coma, on anti-seizure meds, reacted to my energy. And he physically cried. You are that powerful creator. You have energy. I'm not telling this to you to make you cry. I'm telling this to you to inspire you to understand the power of you, the power of your vibration. Good morning, Michelle. The power of your energetic soul. So please listen to me, Donna, and anyone else, Luna, Sherry, Michelle, Deborah. If we can connect with our loved ones while they are in a coma, what makes you think you can't connect with your loved ones when they cross? Think about that. My father was completely knocked out and he felt me. When you die, your energy never dies. Your body goes to rest. Your soul is an energetic vibration. Guys, if you can do it in the physical world, it's amazing, right, Maura? If you can do this in the physical world, you can do this in the spiritual world. I want you to think of yourself as this powerful creator. I connect to my Father every freaking day. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks that he's not here physically, but he's here energetically. Angels, spirits, spirit guides, departed loved ones, they are there. They are so there, waiting for you to connect with them. If you are scared, Miss Larissa, you're not ready, and that's okay. That's okay. This feels real, connected with my mother, godmother, yes. Last night when I went to bed, I was praying the Ho'oponopono prayer to Debbie, and I was talking to her, and I was sending her Archangel Gabriel's white light, and I was wrapping her in white light. Oh, I'm so sorry your brother passed away. Susan, I want you to think of this. When you go to sleep at night, I want you to envision your brother. I want you to envision his physical body. And I want you to wrap his body in white light. I want you to start at his toes, and I want you to work your way up. And this is an energetic exchange. You get the signs? Donna, the signs are communication, okay? Do you think spirit talks like, hey, Larissa, I think you should go and start a TikTok account. And you're going to start TikTok, and you're going to be really successful, and you're going to build an awesome tribe, and you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. That's not how this works. I got this instinct, this gut. You should download TikTok. Nah. And you've got to listen to the calling. They call you. They call you in. They don't speak to you. So here's the difference between spirit and physical. Spirit calls. Humans talk. When someone calls you, right? You answer. When the phone rings, they call you, you answer. Your friend calls you. Your friend sends a text message. You answer it, right? Okay. Spirits are calling you. They're calling you. Good morning. Good morning, Jen. They're calling you. You just have to answer it. And when you answer these callings, it's in actions. I was called to do this work. I answered it. I was called to coach and teach. I answered it. The callings are inspiration. The callings are aligned actions. The callings are moments of clarity. It's I should go right when I should have gone left. When you want to connect, you have to ask them a question and then listen for the calling of the answer. Does that make sense? And just because you connect in that moment, it might take time, but it's because you have to get your energy into a place where you feel them, which is positive, love, light. You're such a blessing. Thank you. This is helping me, guys, believe it or not. This is helping me. So hear me out. I only have a few minutes, but I want to share this with you before we go on to the next part of our day. I would love for all 50 of you to start thinking of yourself as a creator. You create your energy. And when my cousin yesterday, she was like pulling, like Friday, before she fell into unconsciousness, she was pulling at her mouth and she's going, no, what do you want? Why are you here? Why are you here? Like she was getting those words out, obviously not clear, because my cousin, her brother was telling me. Now, I don't know if this is true, if you want to ask for a sign. The minute my cousin told me that, I envisioned my grandmother, my father, all her loved ones standing before her. Now, hear me out. Obviously, they're not a physical form. They're energy and matter and light. And they're an essence. They're a soul. But to Debbie, they show what Debbie knows. Imagine how scary it would be if all this light was coming at you and these unrecognizable energies. Debbie would probably be scared out of her mind. But when you transition, I believe our departed loved ones stand before us in the physical representation of how we saw them here on earth. And they stand before us, welcoming us over. And right before Debbie went unconscious, she was having these conversations of like lucid conversations that weren't making sense. And I believe she was seeing my grandmother, her aunts, my father, her uncles. I believe they were all there saying, "Come on, Debbie." And then she slowly passed into unconscious state. And that image, whether it's true or not, gives me comfort. It makes me feel better. So, do we really need to know the answers to everything? Or do we need to just know what makes us feel better? Whatever we can do to make our souls feel better, that is what you should be doing. You say, "I want to hear from my loved ones. They're trying to make you feel better." If you get a thought, thank you, Kim. If you get a thought and you're like, "I should do this," and it makes you feel better, that's a message from a loved one. They are pushing you to find more joy in your life. You know, when I started this journey, I would go to bed at night and I would dream of angels. Like, just think of angels. I never did before. And I was like, I want to study the angels. But what happened was I couldn't get this thought out of my head. It just kind of grew and got stronger and stronger and stronger. And I knew my Father was leading me towards angels and doing this work. Because had I ignored that calling, listen to me, had I ignored that call, none of this would be here. Do you understand? That is how they speak to you. It's this burning, calling, feeling, clairvoyancy, clairaudience, the vision, the seeings, the hearing, the knowing, the sensations. That is how they speak to you. How many of you have ever been doing something and you're like, "I have an idea." Where do you think these ideas come from? So I want to share with you a couple of things, all right? Every Wednesday night, I'm going to be doing live readings on IG, so I would love it if you guys click the link and follow me on IG. My lives are going to be put on YouTube, and I'm going to be putting out, thank you, Simon, putting out a lot more YouTubes. Hear me out. I have a membership community. I'm not going to lie about, I have two. I have one on Patreon and one on Facebook, the Tribe and Patreon. Inside the Tribe this month, I am doing an entire series on manifesting. I mean, like literally how to manifest. The Tribe is $27 a month. $27 a month. It's a membership. You can come into the Tribe for 7 days for $1. At the end of that 7 days, the $27 will kick in. It's all through PayPal. I don't know what else to do other than, provide this space for you. So the Tribe is a space where we're a community, and I do my intuitive readings. I do all these things there, okay? If you guys like this and you want to work with me, or you want to be coached by me, or you want me to help you get from here to here as your guide, if you want me to spiritually smack the crap out of you in a loving way, you need to be in the Tribe. I don't know what else to say. My readings are $150 to $250 an hour. The Tribe is $27, and it is amazing. So it is in my link. Click the link, and it will take you to Linktree account will take you there. Or you can get it on IG in the link. Or the only place you can get the tribe, the only place you can start your trial membership is in the link is my website. Write this down. goddessgivingtribe.com, and you start your trial there. It is on Facebook. And then we have a Patreon because there are people who do not like Facebook. So, but the tribe is a very special place, and it's only on Facebook. So if you're looking for that community, if you're looking for that sisterhood, that friendship, that connection, you need to be in the tribe. This month, I am going to do all things manifesting. Money, 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 abundance, love. I'm going to be giving daily tips. I'm going to be giving assignments. I'm going to be giving it all to you. The choice is, do you feel called to answer the fucking phone? Like, are you ready to do this with me? It is March. It is a brand new energy. We are marching into March. If you want it, the space is there. Come in. I will love the shit out of you, and I will support you. Okay? You're signing up today. I will see you there. You will not be sorry. Thank you, Kim. Have a great day, everybody. I am about to go get my mother. Then I'm going to go inside the tribe. And then I'm going to allow the day to bring what the day brings. And you know what? We never know. We never know when it's our last day. Yes, Debbie, my cousin, is facing her last moments. But in some way, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Every day is another day closer to our ending, our transition. You just don't know when it actually will happen. So I'm going to encourage you to not waste one more day, because you do not know how many days you have. You are promised nothing. You are guaranteed nothing. You only have this present moment. We live in the past, we dream of the future, and we totally don't even enjoy the present. That stops now. 2021 is in its third month. We have 9 months left, and I am going to do everything I can to make this the best 2021 that I possibly can be. Yeah, some days it's going to be good, some days it's going to be bad, but trust me, I am in control of my energy, and I want the same for you. I love you. I gotta bounce. Good morning, Samantha. Go be fabulous. Go be kick-ass. Go be the amazing creator you are. And if you're going to be in the tribe, I can't wait to see you. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Shut the front door.